It is Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank, here on the Voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160. And our interview at this time presented by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Let's get an in-depth look at what's going on in White Township. Joining me on the phone right now, Milt Lady, White Township Supervisor. Milt, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Josh.
How are you doing?
Listeners.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Doing fine. So, White Township Manager Milt Lady, let's get to it. So, roads. Snowstorm last week, so I imagine the plows started getting put on the trucks and the salt started to get distributed to the trucks. How's the township fixed on salt, by the way?
Oh, we're in good shape. At the end of last season, we loaded up all our storage capacity, so we had our maximum amount we could hold, and we started going through that, but we made some more orders, and they delivered yesterday. So we're stockpiled as much as we can hold.
If I remember last meeting, which was last week, I believe, only one piece of equipment broke down whenever you went out for the full snow removal last week. Yeah,
the guys did a good job clearing the roads and worked a couple of days on that. And we have one small dump truck go down. It's in the shop now getting fixed. So that's a good thing in terms of no more damage than that.
I imagine, though, that you're probably looking at a lot of the trucks used during the summer months and taking a look at what can be fixed and what can be done quickly.
Yeah, we try to do preventive maintenance before the winter season hits in. So, we have a backup truck, so we're in good shape.
So let's go down to probably the thing that a lot of people are probably focused on this time of the year, and that's the budget. Of course, White Township passed the budget for advertisement last month, and it looked like there was no changes in taxes or fees to township residents or businesses. And, of course, the township continuing that long-standing tradition of not assessing a property tax. So trying to build a budget around that tradition and that, edict sometimes that comes down from the supervisors, how tough is it to do?
Well, we have to maintain our expenses and provide the services the community expects, but yeah, it can be trying at times, but we seem to always have enough in reserve to do capital projects and some renovation work. We always seem to make improvements as much as we can, but half our income is from a fee standpoint. Our sewer fees, our stormwater fees, recycling, and the like seem to maintain enough. We get state funds from what we call the highway state tax, so that helps out. That's about $500,000 we get. That goes a long ways for the roads. Mm-hmm. But this year it's a pretty tight budget. Certainly, our biggest impact was out at the recreation area. We had to shut down the arena at the end of the season at the beginning of this year. Some of our participation isn't quite back to normal. IUP obviously is a big part of that with their hockey team. So we've had to tighten the belt a little more out at the rec complex. But otherwise, I think we're in pretty good shape, and we ought to be able to make some headway on some major projects again next year.
What are some of those projects that you're looking forward to?
A couple of them are in the stormwater area. We're looking to do the final Phase 3 project, and that would be the upper area of Chevy Chase, replacing stormwater pipes that are slowly disintegrating over time. So we'll be doing that, plus the Oak Hill area, which is Overlook Drive. Some of that stormwater piping is in bad shape, so we're looking to make some improvements there. So the stormwater that's almost $800,000 worth of work. And sewer infrastructure will continue our maintenance and replacement on the main collector line like we did last year. Mm-hmm. And we anticipate about $500,000 worth of projects in the sewer area.
Speaking of projects in the sewage, there's going to be some camera inspections going on too?
Sure. In the wintertime, we don't stop doing that. unless it's really bad out.
Right.
We like to go around. Our sewer engineer takes a look at the areas that he feels need looked at the most, and that plans our work for next summer, where we can get our guys out there with our mini excavator and try to make the repairs in-house.
Okay. You're listening to Indiana in the Morning. We're talking with Milt Lady, White Township Manager, and Milt's been giving us an update on things that have been going on. We talked about the budget, and we talked about some projects that they want to take care of in 2021. One of the things, and you mentioned the rec center, and I know that you were saying about the rec center did have a little bit of or actually the biggest hit of the impact from the COVID-19, but there have been still activities going on at S&T Bank Arena over at the White Township Rec Complex.
Oh, yes. We still have all our programs up and running. We did a survey at the beginning of the fall, and the results showed that people wanted to participate, and they wanted to be involved. So we rolled out our rec programs, tried to put out some new things with our brochure. So the participation rate was there. Some of the hockey programs, some of the teams have been quarantined once or twice this season already, but they're back in business. So I guess the level we've had to limit the capacity at our public skates based on the state guidelines. So those all impact the bottom line, but we're still open for business. People are still welcome to come out. They just have to practice good protection with mask and hygiene and all that. Mm-hmm. But they're still up and running. It's just that we just don't have the level that we used to.
Right. So it's just at a reduced level, but still providing activities, I guess, for people who definitely want to take part. Also, I would imagine the outside area of the complex is being worked on right now for winterization.
It's pretty much winterized. It's all buttoned up. We just go around, gather garbage in the trash cans and stuff like that. Although we do have a water line that failed on us over the weekend, so we'll be starting to make a replacement this morning. We have a contractor lined up to do that work over the next couple of days. So even though it's mostly inside recreation, we do have some maintenance projects going on outside.
Mm-hmm. So if people walking around like the walking trail out there see some construction going on, don't worry, it's going all right.
Yep, it's fine. Yep.
Okay. Tonight's the Planning Commission meeting. Anything significant tonight?
Yeah, there's just two final minor subdivisions up for approval. We don't anticipate any significant issues there. And we do have one final site plan also up for approval, and that's the L&I taking over the old Pennsylvania State Police Barracks. So they're up for approval, and we don't anticipate any issues there either.
L&I, Labor and Industry Office?
That's correct. Yeah, they're opening an office supposedly at the old Pennsylvania State Police Barracks.
That's actually pretty good use of the building right there. I want to take the last couple of minutes that we have here, going into our final segment. We've got there's going to be a lot going on at the next supervisors meeting, which, of course, because of the holidays, has had a time change, just like everything else in the month of December. So why don't you talk about what's going to be going on during that meeting?
Yeah, that meeting is Wednesday the 16th at 7:30. The third Wednesday, but it's typically the fourth. We do have a public hearing prior to the meeting at 7 o'clock, and that's to take comments on the 2020 update to our 2008 comprehensive plan. So we'll take comments on that. People can call in and voice their ideas or whatever they'd like to see in that. It's been out and advertised. Also, then at 7:30, we could potentially adopt that 2020 update to the plan, depending on how many comments and the supervisors wanting to make any additions at that time. Mm-hmm. Following that, as far as new business, we would certainly have the 2021 budget up for adoption. It's been on display here at the office for its required 21 days. And also, we have a new agreement with the Indiana Fire Association that's up for approval. I don't anticipate any problems. There's no changes with that agreement from past years.
All right. So the 2020 update to the comprehensive plan, what are some of the things that are being updated in that plan? Is this just language or is this actual major updates?
Well, we review what we've done, kind of our success story over the last 10 years since that plan had come out. So we update what we've accomplished as our goals from the 2008 plan and what we plan to do over the next supposedly 10 years in terms of continuing to practice good traffic management. We have this. We're trying to get sidewalks in some of the main arteries. We'll do more improvements with recreation. We plan to have good planning ideas in terms of bringing in businesses and helping them in their success. So it's just a broad spectrum of what we'd like to see in the future with the township and the build out and keeping up to date with infrastructure projects.
All right, and that public meeting, that hearing, I should say, is going to be at 7 o'clock right before the township supervisors meeting. Will these meetings continue with the virtual option of being able to join over the telephone or over the computer?
Yes, we did roll out a new website a couple of weeks ago. And on that website, if you go to the agenda or the calendars, there's a link there to tell you how to call in and do a Zoom meeting, or it's a go-to meeting, and how to link up with that and join the meetings at the appropriate time.
Excellent. Milt, we're just about out of time, so thank you very much for joining us here on Indiana in the Morning to give us an update on everything going on in White Township. I probably will contact either you or Chris tonight concerning that Planning Commission meeting because there is a lot going on in Indiana County tonight. But again, thanks very much for joining us this morning.
Oh, my pleasure. And everybody stay safe out there.
And you too, Milt. Thanks again. Milt Lady from White Township. He is the White Township Manager joining us this morning here on Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank. And our interviews are presented by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people.